Hi, this is Henry Cobb with the return of the Fantasy Trip exercises, Legos and all. And this is for the 1st of March, 2020. And the reason for this particular exercise is to determine if it's worthwhile to ride around a dragon inside the dungeon, given that a dragon has less strength than a horse half its size. So that's what we're going to be putting to the test here. Now, what we've got is the standard spearman and crossbowman that we've seen before. And we've got, of course, a 4-hex dragon and a pretty standard dragon rider. And all these character sheets, so the character sheets are in one file in the description of the video. So without further ado, let's get to this. The two parties meet at a bend there in a standard 10-foot by 10-foot corridor that you find infesting so many of these modern dungeons. Alright, purple is Lady Mildreth for the color of her dragon, and white is for, I guess these are humans, but they might be orcs, who knows, who cares. Alright, the humans have the initiative on the first turn. Are they happy with their setup? Yeah, I guess they're pretty happy with it. They asked the dragon to move first. Alright, so there's no room in a 10-foot high corridor for a dragon to be flying around, so it's limited to its MA of 6 here. So that's 1, 2... I guess it can charge up and just barely engage this turn. Poof, I'll take off the little fire-breathing part here. So we'll have it all the spearsman's way. Alright. Now, she's going to, the goblin is going to lean into the right hex here, instead of the front hex or the back hex or the left hex. She can go any direction. She's going to lean to the right hex, and so that way she's a little bit better protected. Alright, the spearman adjusts to there. This guy shifts to there. This guy is going to take a shot in between. So the first thing that happens is, of course, the pole arm response to charge at +2 dex for standing there and taking it. And the usual dex here is 12 because of their armor, so it's a 14 or less to hit. So green rolls a 10, which is a hit, for 2 dice plus 1 damage. And that is 9 points, minus 3 for the scales and the armor. For the scales and the dragon gives 6 through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now for yellow, gets his roll with a 7. That is also a hit. Ooh, good rolls. And 2 dice plus 1 for his spear versus charge. Alright, 5, 6, minus 3 is 3. 1, 2, 3. 9 points does not knock over a 4-hex dragon, but let's see what else we got here. So now the dragon is at 13, and what's that reaction to injury roll? Come on, reaction to injury. Alright, he's at 30, so 9 or more hits. So he just took exactly 9 hits, so he's at minus 2 dex. So he is adjusted down to dex 11 for the moment. Crossbowmen are at dex 14, and Lady Mildreth is sitting there at dex 12. So it's the crossbows next. And I guess they're going to try to nail the dragon. Let's see. The goblin easier. Well, the goblin's under partial cover. So let's just nail the dragon for the moment. There we go. Brown with his crossbow adjusted dex 14 for his missile weapon talent. And a 16 is a automatic miss. Now black here has got a +1, so he's at 15 because he's hitting the side. This guy was a very narrow corridor in between his buddies. So black has got 2 hexes he can hit at least. So he's got a 15, and with a 12, that's a hit for 2 dice even. That's 8 points. -3 is another 5 on the dragon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dragon's almost halfway dead, and things have just started. Alright, now, Lady Mildred's turn. She's going to put, I believe it is 2 strength into a 4-hex fire and try to burn all of them all at once. So here we go. She's taking those 4 hexes and saying 4-hex fire. That's definitely within her range to do so from this hex over here. And with a 13, she flubs that and is down 1 point of mana, I guess. Yeah, well, things are not looking good. Alright, now Yareth gets his claw attack here. I guess he's going to claw green, who did them the most harm. There we go. He's adjusted dex 11 because of injury. And a 13 is a miss. Alright, he's not gonna waste his strength on breath because that's just a losing outcome. Yeah. Alright, so the next turn, who has initiative? So it's turn 1, now turn 2. Lady Mildred has initiative and asks the humans to move first. And I think they are all pretty happy with their locations, so they're not going to do so. Alright, so Yarev is going to, let's see, there's only one of these guys that's got a pushback location, so he's going to push here. Boop. Alright, and now yellow has an adjusted dex here of 12 because of his armor. So let's see if he makes that. 11, he makes his roll and he backs into the corner. Alright, this is why you should lead with the tail of your dragon. So that way, if he had his tail forwards, then you could just tail sweep all those guys and knock them all over, assuming he survived to that extent. Alright, so now he's back up to 13. But the crossbowmen have got their one last shot missile attacks here. So, and they're, alright, so that's what goes next, is, boop, boop, boop. Let's see, oh yeah, and she had initiative. Alright, so the order is crossbowmen first. Alright, so brown here fires, last shot. Note that he's adjusted dex 14, so he gets a shot per turn. Alright, that's definitely a hit. 4. 7 minus 3 is 4 points on the dragon. Alright, and black here, just dex 15 because of the size of the target and the facing. And that's also a hit for a further 5 minus 3 is 2 points. Alright, that's 20 down. Ooh, starting to look a little woozy there. Alright, Yarrow is back up at dex 13, and he's going to take, oh yeah, and so both these guys at this point, having taken their one last shot missile weapon attack, have now dropped their crossbows as a result. Because they are now engaged by a dragon very thoroughly. So they'll have to go for alternate weapons here next turn. All right. So Arrow is going to go for the green again. 13. And that time is a hit at 11. It has 2 dice minus 2 for the claw. We're only 4 points. And what is green got here? He's got a small shield and cloth. That's throw-ups 2, so he takes 2 damage. Hardly anything to write home about. Alright. Crossbowman. Yeah, he's taking his turn. He's not. He's got 2 little strength to waste on the breath. And now Lady Mildreth again tries her little trick there. So Dex 12, 4 hex fire, all their hexes. Any 4 connected hexes, remember? Oof! This time it definitely works. With a 10, she's down 2 more mana. And we have a fire. We have a lot of fire hexes here to mark off. Oof, 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 oof. I believe it's at the end of the turn that they get their fire damage. So, oof. But they're at immediate dex minus 2. For the convenience. There's probably some hexes behind them to black up into if they really want to. Alright. So now, that's her turn. Now the men-at-arms are dex 12 for their armor, and then another minus 2 for the being on fire bit. So, it's when you create the fire in their hex, so they take the damage. So, the spearmen have got a point of armor. Their shields don't help them any here. So, they each take a point. And the crossbowmen have got toughness, which also subtracts a point. Oof, oof. That's 1 point damage all around for these guys. Now, the men-at-arms have got a 10 here. So, green. Note that poking a spear at a large critter doesn't really help. So just, oh yeah, and it's a one-handed pole arm, so it's another minus 2, so that's an 8 or less to hit. And he makes it for 1 dice plus 1. 3 points, which bounces off the scales. And yellow here just misses because he's trying to hit. Well, a drag, you don't get a minus to hit a dragon. You get a minus to hit the rider of the dragon. So that's definitely a hit. And it is 6 points, 3 more damage. The dragon is really hurting down 7 strength, not quite at the point of weakness, but not too far from it either. Alright, next turn, I better add in. Here, I will shift this up and add in the next hex back into. Alright, and how the mega hex is aligning here. Like that. Alright, so first is initiative. And you do not want to stand in the fire even if you have reasonable armor. Believe me, I tried it. Alright, she's got the initiative again. Tells these poor peons to move first. Now, unfortunately, a dragon is engaging them. All of them. And they really don't want to stand in the fire now, do they? So, let's see. If they get disengaged, they have to wait till their action portion. So they're going to go into hand-to-hand, or at least try to. So here we go. First, black here. Let's see, the crossbowmen have got 11, versus 12. Up, nope, the men-at-arms have to move first. Alright, and ooh, this is a tough one. Alright, yeah, the spears, well, getting out their daggers is going to take a while, isn't it? Nobody's got a dagger ready. They're pretty messed up, aren't they? Alright, so yeah, they're gonna try and do hand to hand. So first is yellow here, drops everything, and tries to move into the dragon's hex. Dragon takes a stop claw. The stop claw hits with a 5. Does 2 dice minus 2. Let's see if that's enough damage to stop him. Ooh, yes, that's definitely enough. That is a base of 7 points. Minus 1 for his armor is 6 points onto yellow. 3, 4, 5, 6. So yellow stops there. Alright. Now, green here tries the same thing. Note that I'm using my alternate rules where you get to choose your defense against hand-to-hand rather than having just an automatic roll. So green is trying to move into that hex. And the dragon, having used his attack, now uses an evade. So the dragon needs to roll. That's coming from the front, so you need to roll 2 dice to evade. 7, he makes it. So the dragon pulls back, let's see, gonna pull back exactly 1 hex. And, yeah, he doesn't have that, so he can't evade. So what happens is the green here dives into the hex with the dragon. Doesn't have any weapons ready, but let's see what he can do. Oops, don't lose your hand. Under the dragon there. Yeah, the dragon can't, let's see. Yeah, it's too constrained. It's too constrained for the dragon to evade. That's the problem with these narrow tunnels. Alright, now, I think the dragon's pretty helpless at the moment. Black charges in here. And so does brown. Only yellow who's left in the flames. Okay. So, now they can take their hand-to-hand attacks, but, let's see. What is hand-to-hand damage here for strength 11 or 12? Do they got oh yeah, they got brawling, yes. So perhaps there is something worthwhile to be done here. Alright, at 11, it's 1 die minus 2, or it's 1 die minus 2 either way, adjusted for brawling and other talents. So now they're going to get their attacks. Green here is going to act first because he's got a +4 against dragon leg. All right, so here we go. He's 16 or less. Oh yeah, easy hit, and it's 1 die. All right, let's see. At 12, be a little bit more efficient about this. Write it down. All right. At 12, the base is 1 die minus 2. He's at +3, so it's 1 die plus 1. And now he's got a brawling here, which makes it 1 die plus 2 damage. Biting the ankle of the dragon that swooped in here. All right, that's 6 points minus 3 is 3 on the dragon. 1, 2, 3. Dragon is looking not that sturdy at the moment. A bit wobbly. All right, and now the crossbow guys are at adjusted dex 15 for being in hand-to-hand, And they also have brawling, so it's 1 die plus 2 damage. There we go. Brown is 14 is a hit. 1 die plus 2, minus 3 armor. That's 6, minus 3 is 3 more points. Ooh, almost got the dragon just by punching and kicking him. Who knew that would be the most effective way to deal with a dragon? And now black. And black, that's also a hit for a net 1 die minus 1. 3 more points. Yep, the dragon goes down. The lady, oof, falls down. This is her turn, being on a. Let's see, what's the effect of having your mount taken down underneath you? That's one I haven't looked at recently. All right. You've been weight carried. All right. Panic. All right. Floors. Yeah, I think I don't see an explicit rule here, but I'd say she falls down. And now she's in serious trouble because they're gonna hand to hand her, and she's only strength 6. No chance you can do a spell. All right, well let's see what happens to yellow here. Yellow takes another 3 points for standing in fire, and it's just barely conscious. And in fact, he took all this damage in a single turn, so he falls over into the flames. That's the end of him. Alright, I would say the crossbowmen and the spearmen win, mostly because the dragon charged right into them. So next time I try this, I gotta try some different tactics. And I will see you next week. Bye for now.